Welcome to this mentorship training. I am Okereke Madabuchi Ruth, a certified export and business coach, and I'll be teaching you everything you need to know about export, withholding nothing. So let's dive in. What is exportation? Exportation is the sending of goods or services produced in one country to another country, and the seller of such goods is referred to as an exporter, while the foreign buyer that buys these goods is known as an importer. In exportation, we have three stakeholders. The first one is the importer, which is the foreign buyer that buys these goods, while the second one is the exporter, which is the seller of such goods, and the third one is the shipping company that conveys these goods from the port of loading for the exporter to the destination for the foreign buyer. We have two types of exportation. First one is the informal exportation, also known as mini exportation and also known as small scale exportation. So it's either you call it informal or mini or small scale exportation. Informal exportation or mini exportation is the exportation that you export small quantities of goods. You export in kgs, you export in liters, 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter, 2 kg, 3 kg, 4 kg. You export in small quantity. In mini exportation, goods are usually sent via airlines, through carrier companies or shipping companies. And if you're looking on exporting on a budget or with no capital, then mini exportation is for you. The second type of exportation is the formal exportation or large exportation. In large exportation, you are shipping in container. You are shipping in large quantity, and you are not just shipping in container, you are filling the container, and you are using your documents, your limited liability documents, your Nigeria export license, and other license that will be required. I will be talking more on this as we proceed. Countries that have high demand for your product. Google is your friend. If you want to know countries that have high demand for your product, what you do is simply go to Google and research. Let's take for instance, your product is bitter cola. You search for countries that have highest demand for bitter cola, or the highest demand for bitter cola in the whole world. That is the country that have the highest demand for bitter cola in the whole world. With that, Google will list all the countries that have high demand for bitter cola. Categories of products that you want to export. There are different categories of products. Number one is agricultural products. These are products that are in natural form, such as rice, beans, hibiscus flower, cocoa, so many of them, bitter leaf, cashew nuts. These are agricultural products, and so many more. These are products that have not been processed. Then the second one is the processed products. These are products that have been processed into finished form. Either it is processed into solid as a finished product, or into liquid, or into powder form. The profit in exportation is mostly in processed products. Example of processed products is dried plantain that have been processed into plantain flour, dried yam that have been processed into yam flour. The third one is manufactured products. These are products that have been manufactured by known companies such as Indomie, Milo, Coca-Cola. These are products that well-known companies have manufactured. The fourth one is the handicraft, like crocheted cloths, like sewing cloths, your talking drums, your sculpture, and so many more. Another one is solid minerals and gemstones, like lithium, iron ore, copper, tantalite, tin, and so many more. Other categories of products includes coconut oil, small snacks, skincare, and so many of them. So you can actually export so many things. How to source for export products? So how do you source for these products? Where you source your product determine your profit. So it is advised you source your product from the main manufacturer or from the main farmer. Avoid all these middlemen. You buy from somebody that bought from somebody that bought from farmer. No, avoid it, because that is going to cut your profit. So you need to source your products directly from people that are producing this product, or you produce your own product. You can source your product by going on Facebook and searching for farmers association. With that, you join farmers association group in Facebook and you connect to farmers that you can easily source your product from. Again, you can also ask family and friends where you can source your product from, or farmers contact. Those people living in the village, they know farmers of your product that you can get directly from and sell and make huge profit. Again, you can go to wholesalers market. There are those village markets or markets that wholesalers do offload. Those market they offload goods. You go to those markets, you ask the driver contact of farmers. Mostly the drivers, they have contact of people that are farming these products that they are offloading, so you ask them for contact.